Only those who knew him or his family well were allowed inside the Presley mansion today. The private funeral service reportedly drew many celebrities, but they all drove quietly through the gates, in keeping with the family wish that this not be turned into a sideshow.
Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, left an indelible mark on music and popular culture. Even in death, his legacy continues to captivate millions worldwide. Join us as we uncover the hidden tales and lasting legacy surrounding the eternal home of a true American icon. The King's final resting place. In the scorching heat of a Memphis August, the world stood still as the news of Elvis Presley's untimely death spread like wildfire. The king of rock and roll, a cultural icon who had redefined music and captivated millions, had left the building for the last time. As fans worldwide grappled with the loss, attention turned to where the legendary performer would be laid to rest. Initially, Elvis found his repose at Forest Hill Cemetery, a serene expanse just 5 miles from his beloved Graceland mansion. On August 18, 1977, 2 days after his passing, Elvis was interred next to his mother, Gladys, in a mausoleum at Forest Hill. The choice seemed fitting, a son reunited with his beloved mother in eternal slumber. But this peaceful arrangement was not meant to last. In a twist that could have been pulled from one of his own dramatic performances, Elvis's final resting place became the subject of an audacious plot and forced a reevaluation of the burial site. The destination? Graceland itself, the very place Elvis had called home for 2 decades. In October 1977, under the cover of night and with utmost secrecy, Elvis and his mother Gladys were exhumed and reinterred in what would become known as the Meditation Garden. This garden, a place of tranquility nestled behind the grand Graceland mansion, had been a favorite spot of Elvis's during his lifetime. Originally constructed in the mid-60s, it offered the singer a place for contemplation away from the pressures of fame. Today, the Meditation Garden stands as a poignant memorial to the Presley family. At its center lies Elvis, flanked by his parents, Vernon and Gladys. His grandmother, Minnie Mae Presley, also rests nearby. In a tragic turn of events, the garden later welcomed Lisa Marie Presley's son, Benjamin Keough, marking the first burial at the site in 4 decades. For millions of fans who make the pilgrimage to Graceland each year, the Meditation Garden represents the final stop on the journey. Here, amidst the peaceful surroundings, visitors can pay their respects to the king and reflect on the legacy of a man whose music continues to touch lives long after his passing. A grave robbery attempt changes everything. In the days following Elvis's death, as the world mourned, few could have predicted the bizarre turn of events that unfolded. The king had been laid to rest at Forest Hill Cemetery, but the peace was short-lived. A daring plot to steal Elvis's body not only shocked the nation, but also led to a significant change in his final resting place. Less than 2 weeks after Elvis's funeral, on the night of August 29, 1977, 3 men embarked on an audacious scheme that made headlines across the globe. Their intention was to steal the king's body and hold it for ransom, hoping to extort a substantial sum from the grieving Presley family. But the would-be grave robbers had severely underestimated the challenges they'd face. The sheer weight of Elvis's casket proved an insurmountable obstacle. As they attempted to move the coffin, they quickly realized the futility of their efforts. The plan, ill-conceived from the start, began to unravel rapidly. Before they could make any significant progress, law enforcement, already on high alert due to the high-profile nature of the grave, swooped in and apprehended the culprits. The aftermath of this attempted theft sent shockwaves throughout the Presley family and Elvis's vast fan base. The audacity of the crime highlighted the vulnerability of Elvis's final resting place and raised serious concerns about the security of Forest Hill Cemetery. Vernon Presley, Elvis's father, was particularly shaken by the incident. The thought of his son's remains being desecrated or held for ransom was simply unbearable. In response to this unsettling event, Vernon made the decision. With the support of local authorities, he initiated the process to have both Elvis and his mother Gladys exhumed from Forest Hill. Secrets of the Tomb. The final resting place of Elvis Presley, nestled within the serene Meditation Garden at Graceland, has long been a source of fascination and speculation for fans and historians alike. While the king's tomb stands as a testament to his enduring legacy, it also harbors secrets that continue to intrigue the public decades after his passing. One of the most discussed aspects of Elvis's burial is the clothing in which he was laid to rest. In keeping with his larger-than-life persona, Elvis was not buried in a simple suit. Instead, he was dressed in one of his trademark white jumpsuits, a garment that had become synonymous with his later career and Las Vegas performances. This choice of attire ensured that even in his death, Elvis maintained the iconic image he had cultivated throughout his life. Accompanying the white jumpsuit was a TCB necklace, a symbol that held deep personal significance for Elvis. TCB, standing for Taking Care of Business, was his personal motto and the name of his band in his later years. The inclusion of the necklace in his final ensemble served as a poignant reminder of the dedication and work ethic that had driven Elvis throughout his career. But it wasn't just Elvis's attire that held significance. Various personal items were also placed in the casket, each chosen to accompany the king on his final journey. Among those was a metal bracelet, a gift from his father Vernon. This touching inclusion highlighted the strong bond between father and son, a relationship that had weathered the storms of fame and fortune. Perhaps the most heart-wrenching addition to Elvis's casket came from his young daughter, Lisa Marie. In a gesture of love and farewell, she placed her bracelet on her father's wrist. This small, personal token served as a lasting connection between father and daughter, bridging the divide between life and death. As with many aspects of Elvis's life, his burial has also been the subject of numerous rumors and conspiracy theorists. Some have speculated about additional items that might have been placed in the casket, ranging from beloved guitars to secret letters. While most of these claims remain unsubstantiated, they speak to the enduring mystique surrounding Elvis and the public's insatiable curiosity about his life and death. The exact contents of Elvis's tomb remain a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few who were present during the private burial. The veil of mystery has only served to fuel further speculation and interest over the years. The legacy lives on. Long after Elvis's final curtain call, his legacy continues to resonate through the halls of Graceland and beyond. The pilgrimage to Elvis's grave has become a rite of passage for devoted fans, many of whom save for years to make the journey to Memphis. During Elvis Week, held annually in August to commemorate the anniversary of his death, the meditation garden becomes a sea of flowers, teddy bears, and heartfelt notes left by admirers. The candlelight vigil, a solemn procession past Elvis's grave, stands as a testament to the enduring impact of his music and persona on generations of fans. And in a surprising turn of events that further cemented his posthumous legacy, his original tomb at Forest Hill Cemetery became an unexpected piece of memorabilia. In 2012, the crypt that briefly housed Elvis's body was put up for auction, sparking a bidding frenzy among collectors and superfans. The auction house initially set the starting bid at $100,000. Darren Julian, who ran an auction for Elvis's original tomb, reflected on its significance. Quote, "I just consider that if you're an ultimate fan of Elvis Presley, it's an opportunity. It's definitely a conversation piece. Only one person can say, hey, I'm going to be buried where Elvis Presley was." Now it's time to hear from you. If Elvis was alive today, how do you think he'd want to be remembered? Let us know in the comments section below.